Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kesha here today. So as you guys know, I have been away from social media for a very long time. I would say more than 6 months. So I just wanted to come on YouTube and just do a quick video and just explain to you guys the situation, why I wasn't on social media for so long. I wasn't on YouTube, why I stopped, why I took a break, and also like just answer a few questions that I get on a regular basis when it comes to makeup, skincare and stuff on my social media. So if you don't have my social media, all of my social medias are linked down in the description box below. You guys can follow me there. You guys can keep in touch, see what I get up to. You guys can also contact me on there as well. So yeah, anyway, so just a quick recap about why I stopped. So I have been having a very hard time for the past year. So I decided to just really take some time for myself and just focus on myself and rebuild myself as a person. And just social media sometimes can be a harsh world, and it can just put a lot of pressure on you, and I didn't want that pressure on me. I didn't want to feel pressured to put out a video. I didn't want to feel pressured to post something on Instagram. I didn't want to feel pressured to post on my stories. I didn't want any of those things. So that's why I decided to basically just take a break, take a step back, just concentrate on myself, because I am currently looking for a job, and I've taken a break when it comes to my studies as well. So I just wanted this time to really focus on myself instead of just focusing on YouTube, because I didn't want to put a video out there just for the sake of putting a video, just for the sake of posting something, and it not really having that quality and that that power to it, if you guys understand what I'm saying. But I am back. I probably won't be back very regular. I'll most probably be here, like I'll be posting once a month and so on. But I hope you guys understand, and I just wanted to say a massive thank you to you guys once again for your support, for always being there for me, for always even being in touch with me on social media, on my Instagram, on my Snapchat, and even some people still commenting on my YouTube and so on. It really means a lot, so thank you very much. So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick run through, so you guys know my name's Keshri. I am 23 years old, soon to be 24. I don't know how I feel about that. So I remember my last video I did was just before my birthday on YouTube. So yeah, I'm already 23, soon to be 24, well ish. And I'm Mauritian. If you guys don't know, I can speak Creole. I am very fluent in Creole. I grew up in Mauritius. I have only been living in London for the past 9 years, and I've been born and raised in Mauritius basically. So if you guys are thinking if I know Creole, oui, me connais Creole. Yeah, so basically that, and then I'll just I have a list here of all the questions that I get asked on a regular basis, so I will just explain you guys and just go through it. So the first question that I get asked a lot is on Instagram, is mainly what phone do I use. So I use this phone right here. This is the Google Pixel 2 XL. Right here is the Google Pixel 2 XL, and I really like it. I always get that question because of the quality of the pictures that I take on my phone. Majority of pictures are from my phone, especially on my stories and stuff. If it's not, I usually tag the people that's taken it, or if my friends taken it, I usually tag them. And also I just wanted to really answer, so when it comes to makeup, I get that question about how do you choose your correct foundation. So when it comes to foundation, you need to know firstly what kind of coverage do you want. So there's different types of coverage. There's light coverage, there is medium coverage too, and then medium and buildable coverage, and then you have full coverage. So light coverage is when you want it doesn't cover up everything. It doesn't cover up all your scars or your blemishes. It doesn't really give you that one whole skin tone kind of finish. So that's what it is. And full coverage is full on that shade on your face. It's very, very full coverage. Full coverage is mainly what brides use when you go out to an event and stuff. I usually on a daily basis I use a medium coverage foundation if I'm going out. I don't really like the full coverage, but if on a daily basis I just want some foundation, I just use a very light coverage, medium coverage, either or. You need to also know what kind of finish do you want. So when it comes to finish, there's all types of finish nowadays. So I mainly go for matte ones when it's the summer, because matte ones are amazing when you have oily, greasy skin. Matte ones are really, really good. So matte finishes, you'll always see matte written on the box, or if you're not too sure, you can just ask someone. You can look it up online as well. And you have the dewy or satiny finish. Those finishes are mainly for people with normal to dry skin as well, but you can, if you have oily skin and you want to use a satin finish foundation, you can also get away with that by just using the right primer. For foundation, you have different coverages, so you have also different finishes, and also you have to know the shade. It's a bit harder to find a correct shade, so the best place to actually try it out is your jawline, your chin, so around this area, so you can see if it matches your neck or not, because sometimes it can match your face but it doesn't match your neck, and then it looks a bit off and stuff like that. So that's how you choose the correct foundation. But also, like, it's up to you what brands and stuff you like. There's nothing wrong with going for something cheaper, something more expensive as well. And then the other thing is when it comes to healthy eating. So healthy eating, oh god, how do I do it? What do I do it? What do I do? What do I eat? And stuff like that. So the main thing is, when it comes to healthy eating, I have incorporated a lot of fruits, a lot of veggies, always drinking water, always drinking green tea. I don't have any tea, coffee. I personally don't have any dairy. I don't have fatty food. I don't have anything too sweet, too salty, too oily. I have everything in moderation. That's the main thing. But you can also go ahead and cut down on sugars, processed food, refined sugar, just diminish how much you eat of those, and also incorporate more water, more greens, and so on in your diet. So that's one way of actually starting to move forward, and also making sure you do your researches as well. By the way, guys, I just want to touch on something that I'm giving all these advice. I will speak about skincare as well, but please always do a patch test before you do anything. Always, if you're not too sure, whatever may work for me might not work for you, so just keep that in mind. And also just please make sure that if you have something really severe, just go and consult a dermatologist for all those problems. So I always get questions about acne, blemishes, and dark circles. So acne face wash, that's the first thing I'll talk about. So acne face wash, I would say go for a face wash that has salicylic acid in it. Obviously, salicylic acid, what it does, it breaks down the sebum. So sebum that's really good for oily skin as well. If you have acne prone oily skin, salicylic acid in your face wash, you can look at the ingredients. Sometimes it says in the front as well. So what it does, it breaks down the excess sebum, which is the oil in your skin, and it breaks that down, so it helps to unclog your pores. And when it breaks down those excess oils in your skin, that's when you don't get blackheads. Your blackhead is reduced. You also your face is less oily as well. So it's just maintaining a very good routine, and just being consistent with your skincare. I notice if I'm not being consistent with my skincare, my skin goes a bit crazy as well, because you need to look after your skin. You need to drink a lot of water to help with acne as well, to help with anything, so then you have that glow. Your skin is always hydrated as well, looks hydrated as well. The other thing is, for acne, sometimes when I break out, for example, I have some breakouts on my skin, on my face right now, I use tea tree oil just on my spot. So what it does is it like dries it out, but also it's an antibacterial kind of thing, so if that makes sense. So I use tea tree oil as well. Tea tree is really good for oily skin, but always remember, do not use it excessively, because it can dry out your skin. So you need to make sure that you moisturize your skin properly as well. Another thing that I find useful when it came to me, I love still witch hazel, which is really good to just as a toner. I use it. It just calms down any redness, any breakouts. It helps with your pores as well a little bit. Like, it doesn't just make it disappear, it just helps to make it a bit tighter. So that's really good for even blemishes as well. So you can use witch hazel as a toner for acne, blemishes, and an oily skin as well. So that's the one thing. And then another thing that I wanted to touch on is also rose water. So rose water, like, it's hard for me to answer all the questions because they always overlap, so I'll just tell you guys each product's benefits that I mainly swear by. So rose water is really good to hydrate your skin. Over time, it makes your skin look even. It helps to get rid of any dark circles, blemishes, any imperfections. I wouldn't call them imperfection in the skin, any pigmentation, there you go, any pigmentation in the skin. It helps even out your skin tone. So if you are someone who wants to has a battle with uneven skin tone, pigmentation, and all that, try and incorporate more rose water, organic rose oil, rose hip seed oil, and rose creams and stuff in your skincare. Try and incorporate some of that. And also dark circles, that's another big thing that I get asked about. So dark circles can be passed down by your parents. I do have dark circles sometimes, but because of my vitiligo, you can't really see it, but my eyes gets really blue, like around here. So for your dark circles, what you need to do is, first thing is stay very hydrated. Second thing is you need to moisturize your under eyes. You have to keep it very moisturized all the time. So maybe that's why it looks a bit like dull. It doesn't have that like brightness to it. So vitamin E C is also really good for that. And also you can use there's potato juice. So have potato and then squeeze the juice and just put it down here. I know aloe vera as well can help. Green tea bags after you've already used it, not boiling hot but a bit colder, is really good. Just a cold spoon as well can work. You can try those methods as well for your dark circles, but you guys have to remember it takes time for something to change, for anything to show any effects. So be patient, be consistent, and also you have to also remember sometimes this comes from our parents. You can't really get rid of it. And also when it comes to dry skin, I would really recommend vitamin E skincare range. Just having vitamin E in your skincare range, because it's really good. It's very moisturizing as well. I would also recommend, if you have dry skin, to put some oil on your face as well at night. Like before you go to bed, have some oil just so that it works on your skin during the night time, so that can help as well. So I hope that actually is kind of helpful. I kind of touched on a few subjects, a few topics that I usually get asked on my Instagram. So you guys please feel free. I usually do weekly Q&As on my Instagram, so I can answer everyone's questions and like ask anything. You guys can ask me anything about me, about skincare, about hair, about anything whatsoever that you guys want. So yeah, feel free guys. And also just a quick little that I just remembered. So acne can be caused by different things. So for me, one main thing that can cause acne is dairy, because of the excessive hormones, chemicals and stuff that is found in it. But that's why I switched to plant-based milk. So that's one thing. Another thing that can cause dairy for me, sweets. If I have any chocolate, anything too sweet, I get acne, I get breakout. So it's just knowing what is it that's making you break out, like, so you can keep an eye on that and, you know, tackle it, reduce whatever's causing it, and so on. So another question that I also do get asked, and I just want to address this on here, is what is these on me? So I have vitiligo, which is a skin condition where your skin stops producing melanin, stops working, stops producing color. So that's hence why you get white patches on your skin, because it stops producing color. So it is nothing dangerous. It's not something that can be passed to someone. Sometimes it can be passed down to your kids and stuff, but you don't get it, and it's nothing that is hurting my health. Yes, it is sometimes. It has been a problem before, because a lot of people have gone into depressions, into anxiety, all kind of mental health issues because of this imperfection on their body. But I have tackled it, and I am happy with the way I am. And I'm just saying this because I always get asked about this, and I just want to let everyone know, just in case, because I know not a lot of people know about this. So yeah, I think that is mainly most of the questions done. If you guys still have any questions, you guys can either leave your questions in the comment section down below, or you can follow me on Instagram, which is down in the description box as well, and you guys can ask me your questions there. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that was a clear video and about why I left and when I'm back and stuff. But thank you guys for just always being there for me, and thank you so much for joining in. Thanks. Bye guys.